Good morning and welcome to MixFit Class. So if you're watching this recording, if you do have any questions, please just let me know, no problems, just send me an email or give me a call. But welcome, this is the second class, so hopefully we can try something a little bit different today. Right, so we're going to start with a little warm up. So let's just get our shoulders rolling and the other way, and let's get the whole arms moving. And the other way. Just apologies, I do have a bit of a sore shoulder today, so I might not be able to demo all of it. Let's get just dynamically moving across and up and down. And let's go the other way. So you should feel that a little bit more in the shoulder. Lovely. Rolling your wrists together. If you have been typing, they might be a bit clicky. And shaking it out. Let's move our leg to get those hips stretched out in the morning, and the other side. It's quite dynamic this morning. We should be getting quite a lot of stretch today. We're going to do something called open the gate, so up, out, and down. Footballers doing this one. Might be very, very clicky in the hips. And we're going to finish with some little movements for your back. So if you have got any clicks required, they'll just click it out. Hopefully just bend your knees very slightly, so it's not your knees clicking. Okay, bringing it back to center, give yourself a little shake. Right, so 4 sections today. We're going to start with a bit of spine mobility, actually. Usually not that mobile, okay? A lot of people have got a lot of spinal issues most of the time. We are sat, and we are sat not brilliantly, so I'm going to see if I can do something about that. We will start with 3. So we're going to do something called a kneeling open book. Then we're going to do something called a beast pose. And then we're going to do an elbow hinge. So they may not be familiar, but if I demonstrate them, you'll get the idea. So we're going to start with a kneeling open book. So as it suggests, I'll do it this way around actually. You're going to be kneeling down. So if you want to come down to the floor, and then we're going to bring our hands in front of us. And then you're going to open the book, as it suggests, and you're looking backwards towards your back arm, and then back again. So we're going to do this. If you start joining in when you're ready, just open your arms really nice and wide, and try and keep them about 90 degrees so they don't start slipping down. We're going to do this a few times each side. So really stretch, and then back in again. And let's go one more. So stretch it round and back in. Lovely. Let's swap sides. So swapping legs and swapping direction. So hands out, and then we're going to come the other way. Stretch round. Try and just keep your tummy nice and tight so you're upright. Bring it back. There's no mad tearing hurry on this. Okay, so if you fancy doing this at home afterwards, then you can go a little bit slower. Really stretch around. Keep those arms straight, and let's go one more. Bringing it round, looking over to your shoulder, and bring it back. Wonderful. Okay, so that is your open book. Good start. Okay, next one. It's called a beast pose. So you're down on all fours, and this is actually a pelvic movement. So we're going to be working with the lower back now. So you're into all 4 position. You're actually going to lift up. So tuck your toes under and lift up. And then we're going to do a pelvic rock. Okay, so you're coming up and then back down towards the floor. Now, you don't have to completely lift your feet, your knees off the floor if that's really, really tough on your core. You can, but it ends up being a cat and cow. Okay, so we're going to go a little bit more advanced. So if you lift up, you're tilting down to the floor and then bringing it up. So let's give that a go when you're ready. Down and tilt up. Let's do 3 and then break. Just give everything a little bit of a shimmy. And let's go for another 3. So you should really feel this right to your lower back. So reset, bringing it down and up. Hopefully you've got that okay. Down, tilt that pelvis. You really should feel your core kicking in as well. Down and up, rest down. Fantastic, right. So that is your beast pose. All right, your last one is an elbow hinge. So again, I'll show you from the front. This is a variant on something that we certainly do in stretch and flex and Pilates. So you're going to bring your hand in front of you, so you're on your elbow. I'm going to demo this on the other side, actually. I'm not sure my shoulder's going to cope. So we're here, you're swinging it through, and then you're going to bring your arm up. Okay, so this is a little bit of a variant on what we do. Now, what we normally do is we're a little bit further down. It does feel a little bit different. So you're swinging your arm through and then all the way up, and you're holding it there. Looking up to your hand. Just going to do this a few times each side. Across and up. And let's go again. It's a nice slow movement. Nothing here is going to be nice and speedy. We'll do that at the end. Okay, bringing it down. I'm just going to see how I go on this side. So you're going to bring the other one down. Exactly the same position. So we're springing it through and up. I'm going to completely struggle on that side. So exactly the same side as you did, bringing it up. Apologies, I can't do that. Bringing it through and up. So right up, looking at your hand if you're able to. If you've got a shoulder injury like me, you're going to be doing it this way. So you're still getting a stretch. And bringing it up. And let's go 2 more. Nice and slowly through. Feel that really nice stretch all the way up. And your last one. Thread the needle and lift and bring it back down. Oh, wonderful. Good. Okay, so we should be feeling much more stretched out now. Should be feeling good. Let's move on to section 2. So this is much more strength orientated, and we're going to be using a chair today. So we're going to start with seated pistol squats. They are not easy, just to pre-warn you. Tricep dips and seated hip thrusts. So we're going to put our legs in the air. So you do need to hold on to the chair or whatever piece of furniture for the last one, definitely. So let's start with our first one, which is a seated pistol squat. Now, these actually look quite easy. I'm pre-warning you now, they're not. So if you are starting to struggle, then you can put your hands down. But we've got one leg in front of us, hands in front of you. You're going to sit down onto the chair or the coffee table and lift. Okay, so what we're going to do is 20 seconds, I'll just get my clock, 20 seconds on one side, 20 seconds on the other. Don't hang about, just keep it moving. And this is a relatively slow move, but you can get a little bit more pace on it. If you're really starting to struggle when you're down there, then put your hands down and you can use them to lift up, okay? Ideally, keep them in front of you though. So 20 seconds each side, start with one leg, it doesn't matter which one, and off we go. So in front, sitting down and lifting. Try to keep your foot off the floor. If you need it for balance, then obviously put it down on the floor. This is quite hard to do this consistently on your leg. You're nearly there. Let's go for one more. Fantastic. Swapping sides. That's your 20 seconds, down and up. You might find it easier on one side than the other. Usually your lead leg, you'll find this easier on. Keep it going. Lift and bring it down and lift. Let's go for one more. Down and lift it up. Fantastic. Right, Charlie. Okay. Chaos has just rained in, so apologies in advance. And the next one we're going to do is tricep dips. Charlie, I am recording, sweetheart. Okay. World, say hello to my 11-year-old. So tricep dips, we are going to do using the same piece of furniture, I'm quite sure. So we're going to bring it out and then down. So you can either bring your legs right out. Sorry, I'll just change that position. Right out is harder and feet in is easier. So let's go for 30 seconds on this. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So you're bringing it out. Okay, just judge where your feet are going to go. That is much harder and that is much easier. So making sure your elbows are traveling backwards and you're fairly close, okay? You're quite close to the piece of furniture, and try to keep it consistent. So down and squeeze, down and squeeze. We're nearly there. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic work. Excellent. Right, okay, so that is your tricep dip. Third one is your seated hip thrust. So let me show you that one. Right, you've got to lean a little bit on this one. So if you've got the chair, you're holding on to it. You can do this with one leg or two. You've got to lean backwards and then you're bringing them out here, okay? If that's too much, just put one foot down and you're bringing one leg out and then swap one leg out, okay? Ideally, you're lifting up and we've got both, okay? So get comfortable in your chair and then we'll take a look at that. Right, 30 seconds, 3, 2, 1, off we go. Bringing it out, that's it, that's perfect. Try to keep it up and try to keep them out. Charlie, turn it down. That's it, so nice and consistent with what we're doing. And again, as a reminder, you can do it one-legged if you're struggling with the two. That is quite advanced, the two. And 28, 29, and finishing the one you've done. Fantastic. Right, okay, so now we've got that chair strength. Take a little break, have some water, just give it a little shake about. We're going to do that again. So we're going to start with those seated pistol squats. Give yourself a second. All right. So as a reminder, 20 seconds each side, hands in front. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So the advanced version is we're down here and we're lifting. You can put your foot down if you need to. That is certainly a lot easier. And then you can also use your hands to lift if you're struggling. Also, hands out to the side if you need the balance. Okay, stopping there, we are swapping sides. 20 seconds on the other side, so just swapping legs. And as usual, you might find it easier on one side than the other. So there's the version to help, or there's the version with your foot down. Okay, keep it going, you're nearly there. 5 more seconds. And 3, 2, finishing the one you've done, well done. Very good. Okay, so we're on to the second one, tricep dips. So bringing it round, just making sure that the squeeze is at the top. Your muscles are doing the work at the top. Your choice on leg length. 30 seconds, 2, 1, off we go. So again, as a reminder, elbows back, keep your back fairly close to the piece of equipment. And if you want to make it more advanced, you're bringing those legs out. You can pump it quicker if you want to. Your choice. You've got 30 seconds in which to do it, and you have 10 of those left. And 3, 2, and 1. Rest down. Fantastic stuff. Well done. Right. Okay. Last one. We have got your seated hip thrust. So we're onto the chair. When you're ready, we're going to lift those legs and we're going to push it out and back in again. All right, my lovely. 30 seconds, off we go. So as a reminder, you're holding onto the chair and then bringing it out and back. This is much more an advanced move, so you can always drop one leg if you're struggling. You don't also have to bring it straight. You can bring it still bent, okay? That's still very hard. Using your core, using your hip flexor muscles. We're nearly there. And 4, 3, 2, finishing the 1, and rest down. Fantastic work. Very, very good. Right, that is our section 2 done, strength. We're going to move to section 3, which is some back work. It's quite rare that we do specific back work because usually that requires cable machines, but we don't have the choice. We're at home at the moment, so we're going to do a few moves that are really quite good for back strength. If you do suffer with a really sore back, these really are going to help strengthen your back, but just be very, very careful with it, okay? They are stronger than they look. So we're going to come down to the floor. We're going to start with sea turtles, but it's a variant on them. So we're going to do scissors. You do need a little tiny bit of room for this one because you're going to be swinging your arms to the side. So if I can demonstrate for you, we are onto our fronts. You've got one arm up and one arm down. I'm going to struggle with the other side, unfortunately. So you are bringing yourself up, and then we're going to swap. Sorry, I can't do that. So the arm movement is across and across, okay? So you're swapping. So one's one way, one's the other way, okay? That's the scissor part. Try to keep your chest off the floor entirely because that's the bit that's making your back muscles work. So let's have a little go at that, swapping it round and round, okay? It is a little bit harder than it looks. If you want to advance this, then you add a tiny bit of weight. So add 1s or 2s. It's bad enough without. 3, 2, 1, lifting up and off we go. So swapping it round and swapping it round. There's definitely no hurry on this one. You need to just flow. That's it. Keep it going. Good. You are halfway. That's it. Nice and slowly flow across. Flow across. Fantastic work. Keep going. And 3, 2, just finish the one you are and rest down. Fantastic. Lovely. That's your first one. So back muscles should start to have just kicked in there. Second one we're going to do is a T-shaped lift. So again, I probably have chosen and written stuff that I actually can't do, which is fairly foolish of me. However, you guys can. So T-shape, fairly obvious what we're going to be doing here, creating a T. Yeah, it should be okay. So we're here. So you're lifting up, creating a T, and holding it there, okay? If the top half definitely up, if the bottom half wants to come up as well, that's fine. Just make sure you're squeezing your glutes. So we're going to hold that. If you're like holding that, no, then you can come up and down, okay? Lifting it up and down. Your choice. The more advanced is holding it, okay? So your back muscles have got to work very hard for the 30 seconds. Your choice on which one you want to do, up and down or hold it up. 30 seconds is on the clock for you. 2, 1, off we go. Holding it up there. If you are holding it, I want you to really breathe, okay? Don't forget to breathe, even if you are in a position where your lungs are very slightly squashed. That is halfway already. So if you do want to come down, reset and come back up, by all means. If you are doing the ones where you're down and up and back, down and up and back, then just keep that slow. You've got 5 seconds. And 3, 2, and 1. Relax it down. Fantastic work. That's your T-shaped lift. So your third one, we're going to put our hands behind our back this time, and then we're going to lift up. So let me show you that one. This is definitely slightly more advanced. If you are struggling, you can just put your hands onto your glutes without holding onto them. You do need to have a certain mobility for this one. So your hands are coming behind and you're holding them behind you, and then you're going to lift. I'm definitely going to struggle with my shoulder on this one. You can either lift and hold or bring it down and squeeze. Bring it down and squeeze, okay? The hold is, again, very much more advanced, but you will get a good back work on either of those, okay? So try to get as far out as you can, but that will, it depends on your mobility on that one. So we have 30 seconds, hands behind your back. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So we're holding it, or we're bringing it down and lift up, down and lift up. Again, if you're doing the lift up and down, you're flowing it. You're flowing it back and forth. That's halfway. If you do need to reset, bring it down and reset if you are holding it. Holding it there, excellent work. Again, if you just can't do that and you're like, no, not an option, you're just putting them here, okay? They don't have to be together. And 2, 1, bring it down. Fantastic work, excellent, excellent. Right, just roll those shoulders if you would like to. Right. Okay, so we are going to, what I want to do is I want to do the last one twice. So we're going to move on to section 4. So section 4, a little bit more jumpy. So we've done lots of flow movements and lots of stretch movements. So I'm just going to finish with a little bit more of a heart rate raiser. So we've got 4 movements to do. 3 of them are really jumpy. 1 of them I want you to hold. It's actually quite difficult to do that because your heart rate's just gone, whoa, and then you've got to hold something. So it's not the easiest. So we're going to start with a squat and a side jump, squat and a side jump. So I will show you all of these. Then we're going to go for a squat with an alternating feet lift on your chair. So coffee table, chair, sofa, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a chair on this one. And then your third one is a side lunge, each side, and then a little jumping jack. So we've combined lots of movements. I'll show you all of them. Your hold is a wall sit. So just before we start all of this, just make sure you've got a piece of wall spare enough just for your own body. We're going to be putting our back against the wall. So you just need to give yourself a second and find a piece of wall if you need to. Whilst you're doing that, I will demonstrate the 3 moves before the wall sit. So we're going to do a squat, side jump, squat. So it's super simple. It's actually just quite knackering. So little squat, jump over, little squat. Try and keep that pace, okay? It's quite pacey. That's your first one. Your second one is a squat with an alternating feet on your chair. So I'm going to use the coffee table. So you've got a squat, lift, lift, squat, lift, lift. Okay, try to alternate. You can really pump that or you can just tap, okay? Depending on how bouncy you want to be, you can really jump it or just lift it, okay? So that's your second one. Your third one is a side lunge with a jumping jack. So nice and wide. Okay, you're going to jump out wide. So you're coming to the side, jumping jack, to the side, jumping jack, okay? With all of these, you can add a weight in. Just be careful when you're doing the jump with the weight, okay? Don't want the weight flying all over the place. So we're going to start with our squat side jump, okay? So squat down, jump to the side, squat down, jump to the side. We've got 30 seconds and you're going to have a very small break in between. I'll just bring my clock up. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Squatting down and jump, squatting down and jump. That's it, fantastic work. Keep it going. Purposes of recording, I want to show you again. So we're down and across, down and across. That's it, keep it going. This is really not a difficult move, it's just relentless. So your heart rate should come right up on that one. You are nearly there. We're going to march it out in 3, 2, and 1. March it out, fantastic work. 10 seconds break. And now we're going to go into your squat, alternating feet on the chair, okay, in 3, 2, and 1. So little squat down, tap, tap, or little squat down, jump, jump. Okay, whichever one you would prefer. That's it, tap, tap, excellent. Squat and jump, jump, very, very good. We're halfway already. And tap, tap, brilliant. You're nearly there. Let's go for a couple more. As many can in 3, 2, and finish the one you've got. Excellent work. That's it, 10 seconds, we're going to march it out. So the last one we're doing before we do our wall sit is side lunge. So side lunge, little jumping jack, side lunge, jumping jack. And with the side lunge, just as lunge as you can without your knee hurting. So are we ready? Off you go, 30 seconds. Again, as a reminder, we are side lunge, bring it together, and back out. Okay, so as pacey as you can go, but just try and keep it as wide as you can. If you have just got socks on, just be aware you're not going to, hopefully not going to slip. Side lunge, and bring it together. Perfect. Again, not a complicated move. It's just a bit relentless, this one. You're nearly there. And 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Bring it together. Good. Right. So 10 seconds, we're going to go straight into that wall sit. As a reminder on the wall sit, or in my case, window sit. We're here. Okay. Little bit of depth. 90 degrees. Keep your hands away from your legs. So 30 seconds. Are we ready? Slide it down. 2, 1. Off we go. That's it. Holding this for 30 seconds. Hopefully not too bad, but if you really start to, dog's kicking off. If you really start to struggle, then just bring it up, shake it off, and then back down again. That's it. We're holding it there. Back, sorry. Oh, dog. Back nice and straight. Remember to breathe. You are nearly there. That looks fantastic. And 3, 2, and 1. Slide away. Fantastic job. Well done. Excellent work. Right, so just shake your legs out. We're going to do that lot one more time before we finish with the stretch. So you're doing super well. So let's start with that squat, side jump. So little squat down, side jump, little squat down. Okay, 30 seconds, 2, 1, off we go. Again, just as a reminder, we are down and across, down and across. That's it. Fantastic. Nice and jumpy. That's a really good jump. Fantastic. Good. Keep it going. That's it. And 3, 2, and rest down. Fantastic. Right. 10 seconds break, and then we'll go into your squat alternating feet on the chair. Are we ready? In 2, 1, off we go. So, oh, I'm really sorry about the dog noise. Down, jump, jump, down, jump, jump. Okay, or you can just tap, tap when you squat. That's it, halfway already. Tap, tap, down, tap, tap, beautiful. And 3, 2, and 1, and rest. Fantastic. Okay, so your last one before the wall sit. Side lunge, jumping jack together. Okay, try and keep it nice and wide. Are we ready? In 3, 2, 1, off we go. So side and side, jumping jack. Excellent work. Nice and wide with this one. Side, side, jumping jack. Okay, just watch it if you've not got shoes on. Excellent work. Over halfway. That's it. This is the last one. Try and put some energy into it. And 1, 2, and together. Nearly there. In 4, 3, 2. Last one in. Yes, brilliant. Well done. Excellent work. Right, so bring yourself over to your wall. And then we're going to hold that for 30 seconds. Are we ready? 2, 1. Bringing it down. Keeping your back nice and straight. Try and create that 90-degree angle and try to keep your hands away. So they can come up here. They can go there. They can go there, just not there. Holding it there. Just keep that back nice and straight. Remember to breathe. If it's all starting to go really wobbly, stand up, shake it off, come straight back down. You don't have very much longer. Try to hold it. Dig those feet in 3, 2, 1, and slide it up. Fantastic stuff, right? Just give your legs a little shake off. Excellent, excellent work. Right, my lovelies, you will realize now that we have come to the nicest part, which is the final stretch. Yay! You've done absolutely brilliantly. So we'll just do a little tiny stretch off, and then you can start your day. Right, so just rolling it down. Just relax, drop your head. Nice deep breath. Come to one side and hold it. Oh, just feel that stretch in the back of your legs. And the other side and hold it. Coming back to center, and then we're rolling it up nice and slowly. And bringing one to the side and one behind you, and just twist, keeping your hips nice and still. And again the other way, one and the other, and twist. And bring it back to the center. I'm just going to roll those shoulders one more time. And the other way. And again, just roll your wrists. And just give them a shake out. One final one for your neck, because it might be a little tight. Just bring your shoulders down and just head to one side. And then up and over and head to the other side. And then final one is head forwards. Just drop your shoulders down. You should feel that right around there. And lifting up. Fantastic work. Thank you very, very, very much for joining. And hopefully I will see you next week. I'll just take it off recording.